Hi Cancer, welcome to Psychic Consultants. My name is Agatha and this is your full year 2016 reading. I've been shuffling the cards. This Four of Swords popped out as the first card whilst I was shuffling, so I've taken that out. I'm going to do 3 rows of 4 cards with a card for each month. And then I'm going to take a card from the Tantric Dakini Oracle as a kind of overview theme card for the year. So let's just see. Right, so as I said, for the first card, we got the Four of Swords. We then have the Moon, the Five of Cups, the Nine of Cups, the King of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, Justice, the Hanged Man in reverse, the Star in reverse, the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, the Hermit in reverse, and the Seven of Swords. So, right. So the beginning of this year is going to start off very restfully. And this really wanted to pop out this card. So January and the beginning of 2016 will be very very relaxed, very chilled out, very and I'm feeling a really good energy about it. It's not like you're having to relax and chill out because it's been difficult and you've been busy and your energy's been depleted. It's more that you're just in a really good, easy, relaxed, chilled out place and you're able to take some time out, maybe take some kind of break somewhere for a couple of weeks, or there's just a lot of rest time and a lot of kind of easy time and a nice gentle ease into the year. And then moving on to the February card, we have the Moon. So for me, this means that there's going to be some interesting subconscious movement for you. Things kind of going on behind the scenes that are going to impact, and maybe some kind of strange things will start going on. Kind of like on a full moon, I'm getting like with the full moon, the kind of lunatics come out. I think that for some reason, the beginning of the year, it's going to be restful, as I said, and then things are going to get a bit eerie and a bit strange. It could even be like it's just like things don't add up and there's kind of strange circumstances and you might even be having some strange dreams, and just that it feels as though some like mystical, strange kind of forces are just kind of at work. To be honest, I'm not exactly clear what these things are going to be, but I think it will be clear to you at the time. So I just think it's going to be a little bit strange for you, February, and just not what you're expecting. But it will be interesting. And then moving into March, we have the Five of Cups. So there's going to be some kind of disappointment or something that you're perceiving as a disappointment. It might even be that there is a bit of a strange person that enters your life in February, and then because the figure is looking at this moon card, I think it's that if anything that kind of comes up in February is not reliable, it's going to kind of like fall over. Any people, if this strange or new or different thing that happens, if it's a person involved, they're not going to be very trustworthy. It's not a dark energy, it's just that they are a bit wishy-washy and emotional, and they say one thing and then they'll do another, and you're going to feel let down by them or the situation or anything that crops up. If you kind of depend on anything that comes out of the blue or seems a bit strange in February, it's just not trustworthy, anything that goes on then. And this card is kind of reinforcing that for me. And also, if you do get involved with somebody within that period, it will kind of fall down quite quickly, or they will disappoint you in some way. It doesn't necessarily mean that, because we do have these two cups, the Five of Cups, you have these two cups standing here. It's not that everything is lost. It's that maybe some big promises that they made just will not come true. But if this guy turns around and looks to these two cups here, also behind him, or moving on forward, is this Nine of Cups, which is the wish card, which is kind of like emotional fulfillment and your wishes coming true and you feeling really good and fulfilled. So any kind of strange things that happen in February, in that kind of area, it doesn't specifically have to be that month, and that you feel that kind of let you down, either let it go, move on, turn around, two new cups and great things on this side, or just, forgive it. If it's a person, forgive them. There is a brighter future, but you'll know whether it's kind of like cut your losses, let's move on really quickly, or it's not that big of a deal, let it go. It's just that they're a bit wishy-washy, and just learn the lesson that you've got to. Some people, they just make big promises that they can't keep, and that's not necessarily a bad thing as long as you're just aware of it. Just like some people say they're going to do things and they don't, and it doesn't really matter at the end of the day if you're kind of ready for it. So it's like, just take everything they say with a pinch of salt. But you will know whether it's that kind of person or whether just to cut your losses and move on. And then kind of by April, April's a really good month. Moving into the springtime. I'm getting some kind of like win, like you win something. I mean, it could be a promotion, it could be some kind of like competition or lottery win, or it's quite big. It will be something that will last, a good 4 or 5 week period that you're going to feel good in. So it's going to be quite a big, a thing that impacts your life in quite a big way, in a very positive way, and it will feel a bit like your wishes come true in April. And then moving through to May, we have the King of Swords. So I'm feeling as though this is a person. So it could be an air sign, the Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Could be just a strong male figure that's very intellectual and intelligent, and just got lots of common sense that will help you out. Yeah, I'm feeling as though this will be a male figure that's coming in, that's just you can rely on. Could be a boss, could be a father, could be a lover or a husband or something. It's a really strong male figure that will become very useful to you in and around May. That might get clarified a little bit later on. And then moving into June, it's very interesting here. Then we're moving on through June, July, August. And in September, we've got like this kind of run of major arcana. So there's going to be a lot of quite life-changing big things going on. So we have this Wheel of Fortune card representing June. And this is, I feel like something's going to happen that's really related to destiny. And I do feel like it's a little bit related to this moon card, like whether this kind of strange person came in around February, or strange happening, or some kind of out of the ordinary thing that you don't understand comes to fruition later on in the year and is just part of your destiny playing out in a really kind of good way. So it may, something that may have seemed, or this person that may have seemed a little bit disappointing, they are on your side, or the thing that happened that was seemed strange or out of the ordinary or different, it was part of the overall plan for you. And if this month is a bit tumultuous up and down, and you feel a little bit like you're spinning and you can't really see the sky from the horizon, and or the ground from the sky, or you're kind of like spinning around, just relax and let it kind of spin, and just know that it's just destiny. I feel as though you'll think throughout the month you won't be able to get a grip on what's going on. You just won't have any control, basically. But it's just destiny playing out. It's destiny playing out. And moving on from that, we have the Justice card. So it's playing out for you to win. You're going to win whatever the situation is. And as the wheel turns, when it stops turning, it's like the yes position. The yes position for you. So you're in a really strong winning. I'm getting like a kind of another winning thing. And just that you're feeling really secure, and could be connected to this sword guy here, because we've got him here, and then on the destiny card, if you see the kind of like Sphinx type line at the top holding a sword in exactly the same kind of fashion, and then we've got the Justice card holding the sword. So, and if there is anything coming up where you feel like you're being challenged, maybe go to this guy, or tune into that energy, that kind of very clear-headedness, and you will win. There's definitely some kind of thing that begins in February that kind of seems to permeate the year. Strange thing, but it is in your favour, and it's part of your destiny, and it's in your favour. But it might feel a bit challenging around the July, August, June, July period. And then after that, moving into August, we have the Hanged Man in reverse. So it's just going to be a bit of a hiatus period and a little bit of reflection. And I think you will have a bit of resistance to that. And I'm getting that there's a lot of kind of up and downness, and you just won't really feel in control, but you've got to go to strong people around you to help you. I'm really getting that. And just try and be patient. I can feel like there's a lot of impatience with this Hanged Man in reverse. But that will just keep him hanging. You can easily turn him over there is very kind of easy way for you to get out of it, but you've got to not have it be too much of a problem in order to do that. And then moving through into September, we have the Star in reverse. So because you've got quite a lot of these reversals, I feel like it's just, I don't kind of really want to say this, it feels a bit negative. It's just like at the end of the year, it's going to feel like things are dragging after this Hanged Man. It's just going to feel really slow. The energy is just kind of a little bit stagnant throughout the whole thing. It's just kind of like a little bit choppy. And good things are happening. It's not like there's a lot of negativity. There's a lot of good things, but it's just going to be quite up and down, and there's not going to be like a flowing movement. But just be aware of that, and focus on the good things, and it will just be a lot easier. But the Star in reverse, it's just like I'm feeling as though there's a lot of amazing good things going on, creativity and abundance and freedom. I'm getting travel and things, but it's kind of like you're not letting yourself view. It's like the stars are yours. To like illuminate you and illuminate your path, but you're not really seeing them. You're not really it's as though your perspective is just a little bit off. Because there's some great things. I mean, September, October, you've got these two cards in reverse. So we've got this Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Like there's a huge amount. If you flip it over, these are just such positive, amazing cards if you flip them over. So, but in reverse, it's just like it's just like you're kind of digging your heels in and you can't really see. So be easy on yourself. Be really easy on yourself when it seems as though it's kind of slowing down. And just shift your perspective, because there's a huge amount of abundance and wealth and support around you. And just reach out for that. And I feel as though if you flip your perspective in September and October, you just kind of stop and go, oh, okay, it's just my perspective here. Flip it. Everything will change and you will see just really what's around you. And then moving towards the end of the year, we have the Hermit in reverse. So I feel that, yes, some inward reflection, that again you're going to just be a little bit you're going to be a bit upset about. It's just as though I feel like you're going to be forced to look within and find your own light. And it's really weird because in this card, you see he's got the star in his lantern. And I think, yes, maybe because you're having trouble seeing the stars and the wealth all around you and the good things all around you, that you're just going to have to take a bit of time out to look within to sort your stuff out so that you can then find your own light, because it's just that you can't see the light all around you. And towards the end of the year, December, we have the Seven of Swords upright, and I feel as though this is coming across as though you're going to end the year as though feeling that you've achieved actually quite a lot. But I do feel a bit as though you're going to be on your own, kind of maybe emotionally or not necessarily actually on your own, but it's just that you're going to feel on your own, but you're not going to mind, because you're just going to be like, it's kind of like, I've got all the swords, I don't really need anything else, you know. This guy can be a bit cheeky and can be a little bit, sometimes this card is like the liar or the thief kind of card, but I don't feel that is really going to be what's going on with you. It's more that you're happy with what you've got, but you're by yourself. It's just that there's going to be a lot of inward focus, and you just want to really think about you and what you want and hold on to what you know. Yeah. Interesting, there are five, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So half the cards are of the major arcana. So I do feel like it's going to be a bit of a tumultuous year, and you're not going to be able to kind of like get your bearings. But it's going to be really, so a lot of stuff is going to happen. A lot of stuff. And I think maybe we should just pull a Tantric Dakini Oracle card to give us a bit of clarity about advice or the best way to kind of navigate that. So, these are new cards, so I'm not that familiar with them. So, okay, this one. Okay, so within this Tantric Dakini Oracle pack, the card is Mount Meru, Center of the Universe. Okay, so I'm just going to have a look in the little guidebook to see what the advice is for that. It says Mount Meru, Center of the Universe, bears the number 43, signifying the integration of the inner and outer worlds, the microcosm with the macrocosm. It means, the divinatory meaning is a desire to forsake worldly ambition for the spiritual path, disillusionment with worldly values and compromises, re-evaluation of one's position, possibly leading to the desire to withdraw from society. So that makes complete sense, because at the end of the year I see this kind of withdrawing, because I think life is going to throw quite a lot of things at you, and it's not in a kind of dark fashion, but I think it's just going to be like, oh, this happens, I've got to suddenly, what does that mean, this is going on, what does that mean, and just kind of you're being thrown around a bit, and it's a bit of a roller coaster, and you're not going to feel in control because you've got this kind of Wheel of Fortune card in the middle. It's just that things are turning and happening, and you don't really have any control over it. But it's going to force you to just think about what you really want. I think maybe what you thought you wanted, and you maybe thought you had life down, but you realise that you don't. But it's a good thing, because, you know, this mountain is like, it's like this clarity, there's all these clouds here, and then you're just going to reach this you are going to get to the top of the mountain where you see all this clarity. And I think by the end of the year, with this Hermit card, you get all this perspective and you look back and you're just in a place where you can, I think, feel quite good about what you've, it's like you've picked up, these are like new tricks. It's like you've picked up all these new tricks throughout the year, and now you're in a position to be able to see what you really want and maybe go inward and forge your own path alone for a while. It doesn't mean you necessarily have to be physically alone, but just in a more, it's like you're creating your own way of being that's really in alignment with what you want and what you can see from like the top of the mountain here. Cool. So I hope that's interesting for you. Very interesting for me. This is really interesting. Lots of different kind of energies. A lot of energies going on with this reading. So yeah, I hope you have a really fantastic end of 2015, and that this 2016 you just chill out, take it easy, and let the wheel of fortune turn. If you're interested in a private full year reading, do email me, which I will put below the video. I will be doing monthly readings for all of the signs, so if you're interested in those, please subscribe, and then you can access them as I upload them. Otherwise, I shall see you very soon. My name's Agatha, and have a wonderful holiday season.